Oh, hey, you guys ready for some poorly edited video?
Here's the intro song for 100 days of making comics.
Hey, this is Brandon Adkins. Today is Thursday, March 16th, and today is my first day of the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge. So I'm going to just get right to it and go to the making. The first comic project I'm working on is actually a workshop, a free online workshop by email from the Center for Cartoon Studies, or CCS. It's a 7-day comic workout, and it's pretty amazing. There's a lot of good info there. I'm taking my time on it. I decided to take the project a little bit farther than was necessary because I'm trying to experiment with color and inking and that kind of thing. This was assignment number 1, which was to do simply a 4-panel comic. And one of the suggestions was a simple story from your day. And this was my story about giving up Facebook, which is great timing if you want to get your videos seen. But anyway, so the next assignment is day 2 is called Introducing Your Characters. And what I'm doing here is creating 2 original characters, just doing multiple poses with them, trying to capture some emotions to get to kind of know them. And then there's character number 2. My little character story was based off of an idea that a friend of mine were just kind of joking around about, having a spider as a roommate. And my thought is, like, what if the spider was actually like the better roommate than the human? And so it's kind of what I'm going with on this one. Second part, after doing your character sketches, is to fill out a questionnaire. They provide a questionnaire that has some basic information: name, age, basic personality types, what their weaknesses and strengths are, that kind of thing. Some basic biography history that I've filled out here, and that was what I did on the first day I worked on the project. Next part of this project is to create an 8-panel comic using these characters, having them in a conversation, not worrying about backgrounds or anything like that, just the characters themselves. So my intention today is to work on this as much as I can. I'll try to make a quick script, something simple and not too complex. It's not going to be any deep meaning or anything. Just going to be a quick character sketch with these 2 characters solving a problem. So here's a sped up version of me going through the writing process. It's kind of boring, so I decided to speed it up just so your eyes don't bleed out of your heads. I think it's important to show that I'm kind of doing the work, not just talking about it, have something visual. Future days are going to definitely have more pictures and things like that, more part of the creative process. But you know, this is it's a pretty important part of the creative process. Just getting your ideas down, putting out a script, and really digging into the story, not just having like a big idea and some characters who have backgrounds, but really actually getting them to talk to each other, have some real conflict, have a real story going on. So it was a little bit more challenging than I expected. I had the characters, I had some ideas of situations, but then when it came down to actually writing the dialogue and figuring out the beats, that was where I really had the challenge. And I know that that's been a challenge for me in the past, so it probably shouldn't have been a surprise, but there you go. It's definitely something I'm going to be working on, that aspect of writing comics, as I go forward from here. So it was a really good exercise. I can't recommend enough to try out that comics challenge. I'll put a link down below where you can go to the CCS page and sign up for it yourself and try it out. See if you can complete the challenge within 1 week. So I worked for a little bit more than an hour doing the script. I'm pretty happy where it's at. After I wrote the script, I went ahead and put the beats in, just a little thumbnail of the entire comic to make sure that it kind of felt right, and I made some adjustments as I went. The next step is to do some thumbnails, some larger thumbnails of the panels, make sure everything fits correctly, kind of work on the script a little bit to make sure the words work with the text, place the characters, and kind of do just a general mock-up of how it's going to flow. I'm planning to work on it a little bit more tonight before my yoga class, which isn't too far away, and maybe a little bit after dinner. So we'll see how much more I get done today. But today, day one, doing all right. I guess that wraps it up. So I hope you guys take care. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, any comments or questions that you guys have, feel free to leave a message in the comments. And until then, I hope you guys are well.